Crime Alert tonight, police in St. Paul say this statue of a young F. Scott Fitzgerald is missing, and they're asking for your help to find it. The bronze statue sat outside the building once home to the St. Paul Academy near Dale Street and Summit Avenue. Raya Katene has the latest from police and the statue's significance in the city.
The world-renowned writer didn't spend all or even most of his life in the city where he was born.
So this was the day we, unveiled it.
But for the past 2 decades,
You forget how fast 20 years goes by, though.
a young F. Scott Fitzgerald had a permanent home on these steps in St. Paul.
I purchased the building about 20 years ago. People would come by and take pictures of the building, and I thought, well, it's a nice building, but it's not the Chrysler building, right?
25 North Dale Street may not be the Chrysler building, but it was once St. Paul Academy, the school Fitzgerald attended and published his first writings at in the early 1900s.
Participated in some of the school plays.
After buying and renovating the building in 2006, Ed Conley thought what better way to honor Fitzgerald and his ties to St. Paul than with a 200-pound bronze statue.
And as we put the statue up, then it became much more of a fabric of the story of F. Scott Fitzgerald in St. Paul.
But that fabric unraveled last week when the statue went missing. St. Paul police say they're investigating the suspected theft after the statue was cut free, and they need help finding the person responsible.
The phone hasn't stopped all day. It's been like, oh my gosh, Gary got stolen.
It was just kind of shock.
Elaine Hopkins is with Friends of the St. Paul Public Library.
Nearly all of these are connected to his time in St. Paul.
This year, the nonprofit is celebrating the 100th anniversary of the publication of The Great Gatsby, Fitzgerald's most well-known novel. She says his life in St. Paul influenced many of his writings.
While we look forward, St. Paul is very much a city that thinks about its past.
If you're thinking about the past,
And then this is another one of the statues.
statue or not, Fitzgerald and his legacy will always have a permanent home in St. Paul. So if you are watching this and thinking, wait a minute, I've seen a different Fitzgerald statue in St. Paul, you're not wrong. This one here, it is in Rice Park. But as for the one that was taken from Dale Street, the building owner, Ed, tells me he's not quite sure if or when they'll put up a new one. He says a new statue would cost somewhere between $30,000 to $40,000. And tonight, St. Paul police are still asking anyone with information about what happened to contact them. Julie.